Lee Kuan Yew once said, "The task of the leader is to get his people from where they are to where they have not been." Good morning, distinguished guests, teachers, parents, and fellow students. I am deeply honoured to be selected as one of the PSLE valedictorians for Mindstretcher's graduating P6 class of 2023. My name is Shi XinTong and I am currently studying at Raffles Girls School. I am grateful to Mindstretcher for giving me the opportunity to share my PSLE experience with all of you. I first enrolled in Mindstretcher for both English and Science courses during my year as a Primary 4 student. Both subjects were my weak areas, and my parents and I realised we needed to take the first step to improve my grades. Those countless words of encouragement from my teachers in my early years at Mindstretcher are something I will certainly never forget. I would like to congratulate all students for trying their best to achieve their desired results in the PSLE, and I hope everyone will continue working hard throughout their educational journey. As we reflect on our achievements over the past 6 years, let us not forget the significance of the PSLE, a milestone that marks the end of our primary school education. It has been a journey filled with hard work, late-night study sessions, and moments of uncertainty. Yet, through all of this, we persevered, driven by our hopes and dreams. However, keep in mind that PSLE does not determine our future, nor is it the finishing line. It is merely a milestone in every student's learning journey. Today, I would like to share with you my education journey in primary school and at Mindstretcher. I previously studied at Elias Park Primary School, a neighbourhood primary school that never caught the eyes of many, but has greatly contributed to all the achievements I have today and shaped me into who I am now. After noticing a drop in my grades from the transition from Primary 3 to Primary 4, my parents decided to enroll me in Mindstretcher. That's when I started my journey in a new tuition centre with unfamiliar classmates, teachers, and studying environment. Mindstretcher. Having only enrolled in Mindstretcher in the middle of my year in Primary 4, I knew I was off to a late start compared to my classmates. I had already missed out on half a year's worth of lessons. Not only was I unfamiliar with the teaching methods of my teachers and how the tuition centre operated, but I also struggled with understanding the topics initially without having gone through the earlier ones. What made things worse was that I had to make friends from scratch while most of my classmates already had their own friend groups. Fortunately, I met a friend in my English class, which greatly reduced my anxiety towards studying in a new tuition centre. I would like to express my greatest gratitude to my English teacher at the time, Teacher Diana, who unfortunately no longer teaches at the Mindstretcher campus I attend. She was one of the nicest teachers I've ever had and went out of her way to painstakingly craft extra worksheets and practices to prepare us for both our Mindstretcher quarterly checkpoints and our school examinations. I can still remember those challenging worksheets she provided us with and the clear explanations she gave. She was a patient and easygoing teacher, occasionally sharing her funny life experiences during our lessons to provide a break. I vividly remember as the teacher who had a habit of making her own documents and adding her own easily understandable notes, instead of using the Mindstretcher online teacher's copy because she thought that they were difficult to edit. To this day, I can still remember the last Zoom session we had with her. Noticing that some of us weren't very happy about her departure, she left us with a motivational quote. "If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello." I still feel privileged to have been in one of the few classes she used to teach at the Mindstretcher East Campus. Due to her hard work and dedication, my English grades improved immensely in the short 6 months I was under her guidance. This prompted me to not only continue taking Mindstretcher's English and Science courses when I moved on to Primary 5, but also enroll in the Mathematics course. People around me had warned me about the huge jump from Primary 4 to Primary 5, but I'm grateful that all of my Primary 5 subject teachers helped me tremendously and made the transition a smooth one. I would like to give a special shout out to Mr. Su, my Primary 5 and 6 mathematics teacher. He was able to maintain peace and order in a class of nearly 20 rowdy students while keeping the class going at the exact same time. Though he was well known for being serious during lessons and almost never smiled, he genuinely cared about improving our math grades. Mr. Su was able to break down complex problem sums and provide us with a simple and understandable method, most of the time involving model drawing, to solve the questions. He would answer all our questions to the best of his ability and always seemed to have an endless supply of calculators to loan out if anyone forgot to bring their own. Under his guidance, my worrying math grades gradually improved, and I grew from the kid who would be on the verge of tears after failing to understand what was taught during the lesson to the student who actively participated in his lessons. His teaching greatly helped me during my Primary 5 and 6 years. My science teacher, Mr. Rusli, believed in letting us try out all the questions before going through the answers with us, instead of guiding us through the process of completing the worksheet. He also implemented a reward system where we could exchange gifts if we scored well on the MindStretcher worksheets. As a result, everyone put in more effort into doing the worksheets to obtain a higher score. He also gave us clear explanations, especially when we went through the answers for the higher order thinking questions. Last but definitely not least, my English teacher, Teacher Jaya, widened our vocabulary range by introducing us to new words whenever possible, and sometimes provided us with a simple storyline as an example of how we could write our compositions. Her feedback on my composition writings was invaluable whenever I look back at my writings to search for areas for improvement. She never denied anyone from clarifying doubts and would look up the meaning of every word we asked her to explain before giving us an answer she was absolutely sure about, to avoid giving us incorrect information. I've also attended MindStretcher's PSLE preparation webinars and boot camps, such as the Power Up camps and studying strategies, which were held by experienced teachers. These sessions were instrumental in reinforcing my understanding and boosting my confidence. The comprehensive notes, practice papers, and interactive lessons provided a strong foundation for my studies and helped me navigate through challenging topics with ease. To my fellow students, remember that the journey of learning is filled with challenges, but each step brings you closer to your goals. Embrace the process, stay determined, and never stop believing in your potential. Hard work and resilience are the key to success, and with the right mindset and support, you can achieve your dreams. To my parents, teachers, and everyone at MindStretcher, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. Your belief in me has been the cornerstone of my success. Thank you, and congratulations to all my fellow award recipients. Let us continue to pursue our dreams with passion and perseverance, making the most of every opportunity that comes our way.